What's up, everybody? Welcome to our live stream of Rock Band 4. I'm Damon Hadfield, joined by Ryan McCaffrey.
I love this is so serious right now.
It's so quiet.
Deadly serious. We're joined by a couple of friends from Harmonix, Nick and Eric.
Hi.
What's up, guys?
How are you? Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks so much.
We're also joined here in the studio by the IGN house band,
Throw it to them.
who is gonna play some new Rock Band songs for us.
As we called them yesterday, we dubbed ourselves the 3-Star Band for reasons that will become obvious very soon.
I know we wanted to jump right into a song here, but just so everyone knows what to expect, we have a bunch of swag to give away. We've got some posters and T-shirts that we're going to be giving away.
Can I win?
Can
I win?
Yeah,
You
of
can
course.
win.
We have enough to go around.
How do you win?
Give that print a good wobble. It's got a nice fixed stock. That's a quality print that you a lucky winner, will
I can
get.
fan you guys with it.
Yeah.
Just hit me up on Twitter @DameZero if you have questions, comments about Rock Band 4. We'll answer your questions live. If you have song requests, you can put those in there. We'll be giving those out over the next hour, but maybe we should just jump right into a song.
Yeah, well, we have the first 6 songs announced for the game. Let's start with
Just
one
this
of them, shall
morning,
we?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first time anybody is seeing Rock Band 4
This is
in
the
action.
world premiere gameplay.
Yeah, so this is
World
an
premiere.
early peek at what you could expect in Rock Band 4 when we ship it later this year.
Yeah.
We're super excited to bring it out here and give you guys a look at what we've been up to.
Yeah, we're really excited to do this. This isn't the thing where we usually do this early. You know, we're not even at E3 yet, and we have a build that we're showing the world because we love you and we love IGN. So this is
right
Rock
back.
Band 4. We're still very much in the development. Hi to the dev team that's watching right now.
Hi guys, thank you so much for pulling this together.
So I think what you're trying to say, Pope, is if you see some things that aren't quite final, aren't
Yeah.
quite right, they're going to be fixed. They're going to be all final by the time you play the game.
Exactly.
All right,
And in fact, if you see things that you want to give us your feedback on, we'd love to hear it over on Twitter @RockBand.
Drums are shaking this entire studio.
I love it. This is one of the 6 songs, one of the first 6 songs from the soundtrack, guys,
Yep,
which most people will recognize as The Killers.
Yes.
Somebody told me on The Killers right here on IGN.
IGN Radio.
I hit the post right there. Did you see that?
Yeah. So like you said, one of the 6 new songs, which we can play more of the others as we get along. The hope is to give viewers an overview of everything that's new in the game that we have currently announced. There's more that we're yet to announce, but everything that we've announced through the IGN First stories should be pretty much present in the build right now. We're not going to dive into the world tour mode or any of that.
Right. Oh, we will later in the month.
Exactly.
No pressure on the 3-Star Band right now. Only hundreds of thousands of people watching them across IGN, the Xbox One app for IGN, the PS4 app for IGN, Twitch, etc. We've got Esmeralda Portillo rocking the bass, Mitchie D on guitar, Naomi Kyle on the vocals, and in the back there, Kathleen on the drums.
It is difficult to focus on both you and the band.
Right, isn't it?
They have the better job in this live stream than we do.
They do, yeah. They get
So guys, let's talk for a few minutes while the Killers are
I just want to
rocking.
call out what just happened on
Yes,
the drums.
please do.
If you caught that, we'll see more of this as we play through. But that's an example of our new drum fill system. So when you get up to your halfway mark for your overdrive energy, that keys a drum fill like it always has in the game.
Right.
You get a drum fill section, and you can deploy your overdrive. In Rock Band 4, we have a whole new system to do that. Previously, it was just kind of like a freestyle thing.
Yeah.
Where you play whatever you
wing it.
want. Latency in AV systems kind of made that a little unsatisfactory.
Right.
So we built a whole new system that draws from a pool of a ton of different authored drum fills. So as you're playing the drums, you get to that overdrive section, you're playing a drum fill, we pull from the pool, and so it'll always sound good. It'll actually teach you a bunch of different drum fill maneuvers, which is pretty cool.
You were telling me when we visited Harmonix that there are specific pools of them dependent on what genre of song it is.
Yes.
So
Yep.
we're hearing a rock pop song with the Killers.
Here's another one right there.
Boom!
Yeah, so I mean, they're always going to sound good. They're always going to feel good. You're never going to lose time or rhythm if you're following along with what we're presenting with you. One thing I do definitely want to mention is I know some people are kind of like bummed. They like those freestyle fills. They like the behavior that we ship with Rock Band 3 and even like the Beatles Rock Band. That stuff will be in the game as well. You can toggle it off and on. I think that what we're doing with the new sort of dynamic drum fills that we're putting in the game, the freestyle drum fills, is that like it feels really, really good. And I think once you start using it, you're not going to want to go back. But we definitely want to give players the option to do that if they
And in
they
my
want to.
experience, I played the game all day yesterday with you guys. They're kind of hard. They're like real things. You know, I play on hard/expert depending on what song it is. And those drum fills are not easy to nail, but at least they don't penalize you if you miss them.
Right,
They're still just for fun.
Right,
Yes.
you won't get penalized. In order to activate the overdrive, just like with the older drum fills, you need to hit that last note on the green and sort of like smash it. So you could sort of like selectively choose which notes you want to hit in that fill as well. So there's actually some level of creativity you can get with the fills too.
Are you wearing a Faith No More shirt?
I absolutely am.
Oh my God.
I absolutely am.
Love you.
David wants to hug you right now. I think he is. I think he's doing it.
Yeah.
Did you see Faith No More when they played recently?
Dude, I
This is going to devolve into a whole like Faith No More love fest.
it's too late to get tickets. I missed out on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can talk after the show.
We're going to queue up one of the big features that we've shown, we've talked about during the month of IGN First coverage. We're going to see it now. We called it gigs because that was the term, and it's now changed. So
Shows.
gigs, there's shows. We're going to play a show.
Yep.
Tell us about what the heck a show is and what makes it different from just quick play or anything else we've seen in Rock Band before.
It's sort of a big new thing for Rock Band 4, where previously you would play songs in quick play, right? And you play the song finish, and then you come back and you scroll through your list of hundreds or potentially thousands of
Yes.
songs to find the next song, and you do that one off, which is fine. But in a party setting, it makes a lot of sense, such as this, as you'll see. We've identified a few ways to really streamline that process, and it also builds into the whole thing that Rock Band 4 is about, which is delivering on that band interplay experience, like the social experience of playing with your friends, and bands play in shows.
What's going on right
This
now?
is the first thing that you'll notice in show mode. We have this.
You gotta say it emphatically. You can say anything you want there. We sort of like guide players to give them a little something to say.
So we have a whole system where you can interact with the audience. That's one bit of it, and the audience is way more responsive this time around. There's a lot that builds into the campaign mode that ties into also. But basically, shows, the idea is if you're getting together with your friends through one night of playing, you're just going to play in show mode maybe.
Yeah.
And you'll see after we progress through this song to another one what I mean about streamlining that process.
This is now we're playing one of the others first batch of 6 confirmed songs for the game, Fleetwood Mac.
Yep. And if you watch the vocals, Naomi's doing a great job of showing our new vocal improv system.
Yep.
So this
She
is
nailed
another-
it right in the beginning. If you guys missed it, that first note, she like totally nailed it.
So we talked
There
about
it
this
is.
on one of the IGN stories, but now you can see it in action. It's like there's the blue melody line, like we've always had. You play that, fills up, gives you a nice score.
Nice.
But with vocal improv, you can actually, if you're singing in the key of the song, you can make it more your own.
Right.
Put a lot of your own expression into it. And so when you see the orange part of that pie chart fill up, that's her hitting the non-main melody, like harmony parts. So she's really making it her own, and you can still fill up the pie chart by singing your own style.
Okay, what's happening
Now
right
we're
now?
singing here, hold to vote. So this is what I was alluding to with the show mode. So between songs, the band gets to vote on what the next set of songs are.
Yeah.
So you're not going back to the main set list of thousands of songs.
Right.
We're
So stay in the game.
We're pre-populating a list. Everyone in the band gets a vote, which actually leads to a lot of really fun banter and social interplay. If two people want to play this song, you want to play the other, and you have to barter to get the
Well,
song.
and I
you want.
noticed so that was the vocalist
Yes.
vote.
Yep.
It came up during, I'm guessing by design, during a long break in the song
That's
for the
right.
vocalist.
Yep.
Yep, so the vocalist didn't have anything to do at that point, so we tossed up this voting prompt, which will help populate the list that you'll see between songs
Right.
that we're voting on. To sort of give them something to do rather than just enjoy their bandmates playing, but also give them some agency as to what the next songs are, too.
So what's the best argument that's happened over harmonics? Has anyone come to blows over what song to not play next?
I mean, almost every day.
Yeah, like all the time. And it's really great when like an entire band trolls like another band member. Like
Yep.
you know that one band member hates a certain genre or like
Oh, yeah.
a certain artist, and you're just like, yep, absolutely, we're doing that one. It's
Which
really
we did
great.
to you yesterday
Yes,
when we were playing.
thanks, I appreciate that.
Yeah, we had yesterday when we were actually playing with Ryan and the guys. We used the system. We chose a song Nick didn't particularly want to sing because he's never heard it before.
I nailed it,
And
by
yet,
the way.
because the vocal improv system's so awesome, he made it his own song.
Yeah, I had no idea what the melody sounded like or anything, but because I was
100%
able to hear the chord changes of the song and just sort of like make up my own melody line, I did actually pretty well on it. It was really good. It's a lot of fun.
So, with the vocal improv system, the drum fills, the other stuff you're starting to see, like, what's exciting to me is, like, obviously I work at Harmonix, but I'm a huge Rock Band fan, and what's exciting to me is a lot of the innovations we're making are within the gameplay in ways that improve the experience that people maybe never, like, explicitly thought of. Like, choosing songs can be like a time sync, right?
Yeah.
That's a cool way to improve the experience. The drum fill stuff improves the experience of if someone's wailing on the drums and it throws everyone off time. It's not always great.
It's not great.
So there's a lot of little things like that that really excite me.
Nice.
So now they're gonna vote to do more songs or final songs, whichever the band decides.
Let's keep this show
Yeah,
rolling.
let's keep it going.
Actually, if you can keep that
Go,
up.
if you want to cut back to the screen, they're actually choosing a song
They're
right
voting
now.
on what their next
they're
song
voting on their
is.
next songs
Yeah.
here.
Oh, here we go.
So see, every band
So
member
guitar
has
and
a
bass
choice.
voted for, and okay, now next round
And see,
of
this
voting.
isn't specifically
A
saying
song by
songs.
Project.
It's,
Which I
A
like,
song
yeah.
from 2013. That's really cool.
Exactly. So like it's almost like random. Like you're sort of like giving, putting your faith in us to pick something good, but you sort of narrow it down instead of arguing over, which one of 2,000 songs you have that you want to play.
You were showing me yesterday, so Naomi's dutifully been addressing the crowd.
Yeah.
Maybe at some point we can show what happens when you don't address the crowd before the show
Yeah.
starts.
They get a little cranky.
Sort of lose their attention a little bit. This is a great song. So this is not one of our new songs. A big part of our messaging has been support for your entire back catalog of content, right?
Yeah, we saw when we had the song selection screen up there. You've got about, like you said, 25 songs in this
In
book.
this particular one,
6 of
that's
them are new ones, but all whatever 2,000 something songs can come over.
Yep. And that was like the first thing right out of the gate we wanted to do with the game. Like, we have to honor people's purchases. Like, they've invested. Sometimes people have invested a lot of money in those songs. And it's important to a player to have the music they want to play. Like, we're going to provide an amazing set list. Like, the on-disc set list we sort of think of as like us giving you a mixtape of what we think's cool.
Yeah.
But we know that people want the music that they can buy and play themselves. So like, we wanted to honor that, and we're doing it. And that actually makes the show mode really fun because of those buckets, right? Like, play something from 2010. It could be one of a couple hundred songs, right?
So the only thing you'll have to have already done the export, right, from Rock Band 1, 2, 3.
Rock Band 1 and 2, Green Day, Lego.
1 and 2, sorry, that's right.
Yep.
So basically anything that you were able to get on your hard drive in the previous generation and play in Rock Band 3, including Rock Band Blitz, you will be able to re-download that and play that in Rock Band 3.
like a moron, I somehow didn't export my Lego Rock Band, and now I'm really bummed because I can't get those tracks anymore.
Well, you can come over to my house and we can play
Yeah,
those
I
songs.
appreciate that.
We'll invite you
Appreciate
over.
that. It's a short trip from the West Coast
not
to
a
the
big
East
deal.
Coast. No problem. I'll be right over.
I'll bring my system to the office and we can play. How about that?
That sounds good.
The band is falling apart here.
Are they
Hey,
arguing?
Damon.
Yes.
Why don't we give away some swag?
That sounds like a great idea. Well, it distracts from
Maybe take
the
a
troubles of the
question
band. This is from a friend of ours on Twitter named Paul. He asked, what is your dream song or artist you'd love to play in Rock Band and on what instrument?
So you guys actually did a great piece on that. While you were in our studio,
Yes.
you interviewed all of our coworkers, what song, if they had perfect world, what song they'd want. I'm gonna shoot to you first. I already have a guess what yours is
Faith No
gonna be.
More.
There you go.
No, I
The
think
new album.
so there's a lot of stuff that like I really love that might not be the best fit for Rock Band, even if it's rock music. I like Phantomas, Mike Patton's other band Phantomas. I would
be
love
really
to do
fun,
that because
yeah.
I just love screaming and making noises, which I'll do anyway when I play Rock Band. But I don't know if that would be necessarily the best fit. So I'll go with Faith No More. More Faith No More.
Is there any Badfinger in Rock Band?
Yes.
Is Baby Blue in there? 'Cause ever since the finale of Breaking Bad, I've been obsessed with that song.
I can't remember what we have, and I might be confusing Badfinger with Bad Company. We definitely have Bad Company.
Understandable.
Go to rockband.com/songs to find out.
Yeah, there's a lot of songs.
That's where our
With,
whole
over,
song
with like
list
over
is.
2,000 songs, like it's
Yeah.
really hard to remember all of the tracks that we have. You can also request songs too. There's a request page that you can find. I don't know what the URL.
Rockband.com/requests.
There you go. So like if you want, you could do that right now on your laptop.
So
you can
one of
request
the
that.
songs
Looking
we
it up.
announced
Doing it,
today,
I'm doing it.
one of the new songs we announced is "Hail to the King" by Avenged Sevenfold, which interestingly is one of the top voted songs on rockband.com/request.
Yep.
So that's pretty sweet. So people who are putting their time into to request stuff
We're
are actually
listening.
starting to see
We're listening
their
to
requests
you.
show up, which is exciting. Yeah.
What would your pick be, Damon?
Well, I said if Baby Blue by Badfinger isn't in there, that's what I'd want.
Okay.
Mine would be Concrete Jungle by the Specials.
All right, so we're rolling into the next song of our show now.
Yep. So you're seeing this is kind of seamlessly keeping you
I
in the
believe in you
gameplay.
guys. 3-star band. even flow. That's my
This is
idea.
another one of our back catalog songs.
I kind of want to sing along.
I know. It's hard to.
What's that? It's hard not to sing along,
yeah.
right?
Well,
Don't you? It's really hard to watch people play Rock Band because I just want to play Rock Band.
I know, I want to just go over there, but one of my favorite features of Rock Band that you guys are bringing back are the in-game crowd will start to sing
Yes.
along when you're
Yes.
doing awesome.
Yep. Yeah, we're putting a lot more emphasis on that back and forth with the crowd, like you saw the vocal
Yeah.
system, and there's a bunch of other things that we'll show more of starting at E3 and further. That's all part of selling the fantasy of like you are playing a show with your friends in a band, and that's a big portion of it. If you're in a real band, the interplay with the crowd is a thing. So yeah.
I'm really sympathizing with Mitch right now because I was doing this yesterday. This is a really hard guitar song. It's a lot harder than you think it
I
is.
believe it, Mitch.
I'm always
I do
sympathizing
as
with
well.
Mitch. He's a very put upon man.
I think Dota's skills translate actually really nicely to a Rock Band guitar.
There's that crowd sing along right there if you listen for a sec.
Yeah. I appreciate that Naomi is kind of adopting an Eddie Vedder inflection into her voice.
Yeah.
I forgot the one thing that would have put this live stream over the top. I should have brought my Rock Band stage kit from home.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Get the fog and the lights going.
Curses.
One of our viewers on Twitter, Dalton DeMartino, asked, can we have the option of no drum fills?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I've covered
Yeah.
that.
There you go.
Yeah, the legacy style will still be in there.
Is he getting a Rock Band swag?
He is getting a Rock Band
Great.
swag.
Good
bag.
job. Congrats.
Poster, shirts.
Doing it
Yes.
better justice.
Yeah, pretty good.
That's a good growl over there. Good, better growl. Sorry, I gotta not do that.
So you saw when you were in the office, we've basically built an entire new engine for the game. What we had before was geared towards previous gen systems, so we
Yeah.
basically had to build a whole new engine, which is a significant investment, but it's something we wanted to do because this is a game you can only play on the current gen systems,
Yeah.
only on Xbox One and PS4, and that was important to us. It really delivers, I hope, on if you've gone out and you've paid multiple hundreds of dollars for a console.
Sure.
Right, you're
It's
going to get a
playing to
game.
all of its strengths.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's worth noting. I mean, always a popular question on all of our coverage all month. What's our current May 15th, 2015, Palindrome Day, by the way, update on backwards compatibility on instruments? Are we still in the waiting for first party green light stage? Where are we with that?
I mean, we're still progressing really well. Right now, the band is all playing on legacy PS3 instruments. And those are going to work in the game. So
We'll have more to say
we're
about
still
it.
working
We'll have
out
more to say about it
specifics.
soon. We know it's important to our fans. We asked. Well, first of all, we wanted to support it, without even asking them. We're like, can we do this? It's important. People have these instruments already.
But
They spent a lot of money on them. They want to use them. We didn't want to force them to buy new instruments if we didn't have to.
But there
So we
are-
designed the gameplay around that. We designed all these new systems that would allow them to use those
And
instruments.
to be clear, it is a part technical and part political hurdle. Is that accurate to say? Because Microsoft and Sony there aren't any peripherals from the old systems that work
Right.
with the new ones, right? That's just not a thing because they want to sell you new things.
Well, let's just
Well,
say that
I
we
think-
have a lot of Rock Band fans at Microsoft. And Sony.
No, completely honestly, both first parties have been super supportive
Yeah, they
and
have
helpful. There is a lot. It's really mostly a technical issue at
Got
this
it.
point.
Okay, good.
So no, yeah, shout outs to them on both sides.
Yeah, and same thing with moving all of that content over to your new platforms. That stuff is it's a huge amount of work on our part as well as on the part of both Microsoft and Sony. So
Yeah,
shout out to them for helping us make that happen.
The
'cause-
certification teams must hate you guys so much.
We're gonna buy them
So
lots
much.
of beer once this ships. Yeah, it's not like the flip of a switch and all that content just works. We have a team that has to resubmit everything, including album art and text and metadata. It's a very manual process.
we're insane, but we do it because we love you.
Can we expect for the old legacy DLC?
Yeah.
Will that all be ready on day one, or is that going to roll out in waves just for sheer logistics sake? We're still hashing that out.
Yeah, we're still sort of hashing that out again. It's a huge undertaking on our
doubt.
part. I think we're going to try to do as much as we possibly can in order to, make sure that content is there for players. We know it's important.
Our
we
band
don't have
really
exact
had
numbers right now.
You guys really had an even flow on that song. I'll see myself out. Have a good show, everybody.
Somebody give this man a swag pack.
Speaking of, this viewer has such a great Twitter handle, we have to give her a swag pack. This is Zombie Butt Cheeks.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes, how are songs chosen to be in the game?
Oh man.
Lots of arguing.
So I'm lucky enough to be on the music team that participates in the discussions or arguments, whichever way you want to spin it, of like what gets in the game. And there are so many axes of consideration, right? Like the most important one to all of us is it fun to play in the game? Does it have great guitar parts? Does it have great bass parts?
Yeah.
Is it a popular song? Do we think this is a song people actually want? Is this a song I personally want and I have to fight these people to make them realize they want? It's all those things. Like I said earlier, like we really think of it, it's Harmonix's chance to build you a mixtape, to build you, or a playlist, to use the kids' modern parlance, to build you a set of songs that we think are amazing for multiple, just different reasons. And we always saw over the years people liked discovering new music through Rock Band, and we take that really seriously. So it's a really involved process. Not to mention all of the licensing side stuff that the music industry entails.
Just because you want something in Rock Band doesn't necessarily mean we can get it in Rock Band.
Yeah.
Lawyers have to say yes,
We work
right?
hard.
Bands have to say yes. Labels have to say yes.
Labels, management, and then depending on the band, maybe every member of the band needs to sign off.
Well, and you guys were telling me at the studio, you've run into cases over the years, probably up until today, where everything looks good, everybody's on the same page, and then nobody can find the stems, the masters,
Yep.
like
Yep.
the actual things you need.
Happens a lot more frequently than you would
It
imagine.
happens.
Your life's work is on a master tape somewhere, and
It's
they
in
just
somebody's
lose
mom's
them.
basement.
Yeah, it's a really interesting process to have insight into.
What about the character creator? Is that back?
Yes.
is.
Yep. Yeah. We're not talking too much about like the details on that, but it's definitely back. It's important for people to be able to put their mark on the game, see their avatar in the game, create somebody that sort of represents them, or maybe represents like who they want to be, or whatever it is. Like this game is really all about like letting you like express yourself. We don't want to sort of box people in, which is why we have the freestyle vocals that we've added, and of course the character creator is part of that too.
I'm really feeling for Esmeralda on that Walk This Way bass line, because it's just nothing but hammer-ons and pull-offs. It's just a torturous run of... That's guitar. That's the guitar?
She's holding
All
it
right, I
down.
feel
I think
that-
Mitch is on expert, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's holding it down.
She's got it.
We believe in you.
No fail mode has made a return. You might
Yeah.
have noticed.
It's back. It's back.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure the live stream went somewhat
Went well,
smooth.
yeah.
I mean, that's another thing. Like in that party setting with your friends, nothing kills the energy like your drunken uncle failing out. Then you have to start the song over.
How did you know he was drunk?
I don't know if you just noticed what happened there. You can change difficulty on the fly. It doesn't affect your other players in the band. They keep playing, the game doesn't pause, and you just roll right through.
Yeah.
How does that affect the scoring? I see we're still racking up score here.
We are, but we're making sure that you can't game it by doing that.
Yeah.
So
You got some secret sauce for
yeah, I
that?
got some
Yeah.
secret sauce going on there. I should mention, we were talking about the hardware compatibility. We're also obviously making new hardware, which I think you're going to be posting a video
Yeah,
at some point.
next week we're taking a very, very close look at the new hardware.
Yeah, we have our friends from Mad Catz here, slightly off screen.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's screaming. They've been amazing to work with, and they brought some of their new goodies to show the folks. So that'll show up on that video. So even if you never played Rock Band, you can still obviously pick up the instruments and play.
Right, and maybe if you have played Rock Band before and you've lost your instruments, or maybe you've abused your instruments over the past 5 years and you want new ones, or you just want the new instruments
All
because
of
they
the
actually
above,
feel
actually,
better.
for me.
The new instruments feel better. Like
they're
they look
great.
the same, but they feel
Yeah,
much
bring it
better.
on.
You guys have stuff here?
Why not?
There we go.
That was Dalen from Mad Catz.
There we
So,
go.
I got a
in
shot
the
right
little
there.
picture-in-picture window,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
looks exactly the same.
It does at this
It does.
faraway angle, but
We have a
it is
very
actually quite different.
Yeah, we got a very yesterday we recorded a video where we got a very technical, detailed explanation as to how it's better inside.
Yes. Our friends at Mad Catz have all of the technical information on that. They've done a great job of making sure that the
I've been
instruments
told that the
feel
guitar
great.
contains power actuators.
Positive force actuator.
There you go.
Positive
force actuation.
And so this is why we have partnered with Mad Catz, is because they know what they're doing with the instruments. And Pope and
No,
we just say, make
I
them
just play
good.
them. Yeah. But it is the 10-button guitar that we have committed to, because that's what our gameplay is, and that's what our fans have all
So this
loved.
is song number 4 in our show right now?
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
or 4?
So-
Yep.
For Rock Band 4.
Yeah. How long, I mean, we're gonna find out, but how long, if we go all the way here, how long is the show gonna be?
So
up to you.
technically, if you want to say they could go endlessly. Like,
Oh.
it's never going to force you to stop. What they're going to see after, I think, this song will be the option to play more songs or play the final songs. The final songs doesn't just end the
right,
show.
so-
That's probably what they should choose
Yeah,
for the sake of our
after
live
this,
stream.
we'll go to the final song, and then maybe if they're good, they'll get an encore.
Maybe.
Exactly.
That's exactly how that works.
Yeah. So yeah, they'll get an option to choose final songs, and it'll be 2 to 3, and then if they do well, they'll get an encore.
A viewer, Jonathan, asks, what is the chance that we get an endless set list for Rock Band 4?
Yes.
That's sort of what this is. Like, this is an endless mode.
Okay.
They're talking about a specific thing.
Achievement. We want the
yeah.
achievement
Yeah.
/ trophy.
We'll have more to say about achievements as we get further along through the summer.
Do they want one? That's the question. Would you like an endless set list mode? Would you like an achievement?
Do you want a Bladder of Steel achievement like we used to have?
Let us know.
We have a
looks
team of
pretty
engineers working on a new form of awesomeness detection, I think.
Nice.
Are the harmonics team back in Cambridge right now just taking notes as this whole thing is going
I
on?
They're
guarantee-
probably judging.
I
everybody
guarantee they are
playing.
screaming at me for half the things I'm saying,
Yeah.
cursing my name, and probably drinking beer. They're all watching
At
in
2
the
in the
free-
afternoon, East Coast time?
It's Friday.
Yeah, why not?
It's
We're
Friday.
making Rock Band. Of course we're drinking it.
Fair point.
3 o'clock in
Touche.
the afternoon.
But hey, Rock Band's fun for the whole family. You don't have to be a beer drinking lunatic. Moms and dads, children, grandparents, you can all play together.
By the way, the Boston album, one of my favorite download packs in the history of Rock Band.
So Boston for me personally is one of those bands I was never into until I played them in Rock Band.
Yeah.
Same, like actually Rush as well. I really got into those bands by playing them in the game. and then I went and
8-song
sought
album,
them
if
out.
I remember right.
Yes,
And
6 to 8, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Solo.
go ahead, Damon.
Welcome to the Machine. Wants to know, when do pre-orders go live?
We're gonna have a lot more to say about that very soon. Stay tuned to at Rock Band on Twitter. We're working on that right now. It's you'll know when it happens. But we have a spot specifically where you should go. rockband.com/preorder. You'll be notified as soon as they go live if you go there and sign up. Boom, PR.
So do we want? Yeah. What do we want here to trigger our next? To trigger the final song.
See, they're all getting their say right now.
So it'll actually come up next, I think, when they get to the next screen. They should have the
Mitch, choose
option to either continue playing the show
it's not you?
or
Got
choose
it.
their final songs.
So on the pre-order note,
Yeah.
you guys said we have just the game, guitar and game, and then a full band kit.
We'll have a little bit more to say about that in more detail
Yeah.
soon once the pre-orders
Got
go live.
it. Okay.
Those
there
details
will
are
be
all
options.
still like
Still TBD.
being worked out.
Yeah, our retailers, the landscape has changed a lot. I mean, there are fewer brick and mortar stores. I mean, I think since the last Rock Band game, Circuit City died, and a lot has changed. Are retailers? Do they not want these giant hardware bundles around? I mean, I think most people are just going to order it from you or from Amazon anyway.
I definitely don't want to get into the retail discussion, but I do want to
It's boring anyway.
Everybody we've talked to has been super. We have a lot of Rock Band fans. We have a lot of Rock Band fans at Microsoft and Sony. We have a lot of Rock Band fans at the retailers, and it's really refreshing because they want more people to play the game.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a new Rock Band game, and I feel like people are ready. That extends to us personally. I think gamers who have
Yep,
sort of expressed
me.
the fact that they exactly like you, they're expressed it. And then when we talk to our first parties and our retail partners, everybody's really excited about our game.
I remember when you literally called me to tell me that this game was real. I didn't believe you.
I think
at
you were
first.
you're
I was
kidding.
I was like, are you serious
I've
right
been
now?
messing with you for 3 years. You're like, so when are you announcing Rock Band 4? Every once in a while I'm like, oh, we're totally announcing Rock Band 4. I'm just kidding.
No! But it was real.
But what else is interesting, because you mentioned, things have changed, right? So part of the whole thing with hardware being compatible, people can go and download a digital version of the game, right? And so they don't have to go out and buy a whole new bundle of hardware if they have their own hardware. And from the comfort of their home, they can get the digital version.
There are a lot of different options and different ways that you can start playing Rock Band again on your new gen platforms. So we're
Speaking
good.
of, nicely
Well done.
So yes, we want to choose the last song. Let's end our
It
show,
will actually be a set of last song. Oh,
or not.
or we'll just keep going.
take requests. So
Do one of the new ones, like little Spin Doctors.
So that's a thing that'll happen too. I don't know if it's happening right now, but you'll actually hear the audience shout requests, and you get that list. You're like, oh, I guess we'll play that because people want it.
viewer Michael David Moore asks, any chance of a full party bundle set? Mic, drums, guitar, bass, all in one
Mic,
box.
drums, guitar, and bass. I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
We will see.
I mean, we're definitely bundling things.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into the specifics of what's in there.
Would you like that?
How much?
In the past, we've
That'll
done.
depend.
How much?
How much?
Are you willing to pay?
Shut up and take my money. .gif. .jpeg.
So this is another a new track, Spin Doctor's song, Little Miss Can't Be Wrong.
Great 90s jam.
Great 90s
Absolutely,
jam,
yeah.
absolutely. I think a lot of people said like, oh, Spin Doctors had a song that's not two princes, and then they hear this and they're like, oh yeah, this song, because this song is great.
Actually, all morning I've had people on Twitter shouting other Spin Doctor songs that they also want now.
Really?
That's how it works. You give them what they want. They're like, great, thanks. Now give me more.
Yeah,
That's video games
yeah,
for you.
yeah.
absolutely.
So, like I said, rockband.com/request. Let us know what other songs you'd like.
By the way, shout out to Naomi for having the guts to sing
Yeah,
in
thank
front
you,
of
Naomi.
thousands of viewers.
You're doing great.
So I would venture to guess that Naomi's not super familiar with this song, but she's actually doing pretty well on the vocals. She can hear the music and she can sort of sing, how she wants to. She doesn't need to know exactly how it was recorded. She's actually doing pretty well. So we don't want to penalize good singers for not necessarily knowing a song. Definitely want to support them.
I think our band full of 20-somethings may have been all born after
Yeah.
this song came out.
maybe.
Spin doctors may actually be their parents. You never know.
Spin Doctors maybe.
My
Spin
dad was a
doctors.
spin doctor, and I never saw him. I also want to mention the harmony system. We have harmonies as well.
yeah, those are back,
So
too.
if you want to do the 3 mics, you can do harmony mode, and that's still a thing. And in fact, we announced through you that they were working with these awesome people from our community called the Harmonies Project. And they are, working on harmonies for the back
By the way,
catalog songs.
Harmonies Project is like the most pleasant name for anything
It
ever.
really is.
They're a harmonious group of people, and they're awesome.
Ryan Cage has a feature request.
Let's hear it.
Can you change the look of note tracks to match the type of song you're playing? For example, a metal song would have a metal note track.
No. That's an interesting idea.
But that said, one of the things we have said about Rock Band 4 is that it's a platform, meaning that we're not going to release a Rock Band 5 and a Rock Band 6 year after year. You're not going to see all Rock Band.
This is it.
Putting out this.
Yeah.
This is it. But what we can do with this game is we can actually build upon this game with updates to the game, the core game, outside of just the music. So that could mean
features.
feature updates. It can mean significant
modes.
gameplay updates. It could mean new modes.
Exactly.
And we're not talking about specifics about that yet because we're focused on making this core game great. The game
well,
you buy is going to be fantastic.
Part of the reason we're not talking about specifics is we want to build those things to fit what people want.
Yep.
That's another advantage of these new consoles. They're always online. We can deliver things content-wise that we don't need to sell in a store. So we can respond to what their feedback is, what their gameplay data shows us, and give them more of what they want.
Exactly, just like that feature request right there.
So
in
that's
the
almost
pile,
like a
guys.
skin, buying skins for your gems, LOL style.
Kids love the skins.
They love
They
skinning
love
it.
Video
skins.
P-Town Brave here says he's one of those with the Ion drum kit.
Oh,
He says hoping it works.
so good.
That's another thing we're still working on. We don't have a definitive on that one yet.
Okay. He also asks, what's the campaign mode going to be like?
Find
When
out
does your
on
feature?
IGN
As I said,
later
yeah,
this
when does
month.
your feature go live? We're gonna have a pretty good story with
Believe it's
them
next
that'll
week.
tell
Yeah.
you in a better way than I can. Because speak to the actual designers. who
Yeah,
made it.
I will say, high level, it's probably the most ambitious campaign that we've done for the Rock Band games before. It's super, super awesome. The stuff that the team is doing on that is really amazing. It's super dynamic, the way the campaign works. It's going to be different every time for different players and sort of what they choose to do within the campaign.
It's an example of us listening to the fans.
Yeah.
People loved the way the campaign
So if we get
was
the
in
option
previous games.
to play the final song, let's take it.
We've done it.
Excellent.
You did?
All right.
Right, so these will be the last 2 songs.
Okay.
We still have
Should
time.
hopefully- we're in good
doing
shape
great.
time-wise.
We're doing great.
We're doing great. Everybody chose a
wow,
song from
that never
1992.
happened.
I mean, I will say, based on what I saw at your studio, the sneak peek for the World Tour thing would be it's Rock Band the RPG. And it's sort of how I immediately thought of it.
Would play.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, in terms of making your own choices and like having different branching paths and things like that, absolutely. That sounds pretty good.
Sounds pretty good.
Oh, here we
I'm
go.
just so happy this game is back. It just seriously makes me so happy.
So are we.
Yes,
Like,
we are
I-
too.
Honestly,
I can't
like
even-
we played Rock Band yesterday for like
6
7
hours.
Not enough time.
You didn't get any work done because you were
Yeah, you didn't get any work done because we were doing
I
capture
was
all
working.
day.
That
Oh,
was
were you?
work. I'm very fortunate.
Oh my god.
And this is just
Such a
super
great
fun.
We sound like Beavis and Butthead right now.
Now, Jose asks, is there a way to get the old songs without having the old games?
For the exports? It
guess,
sounds
yeah.
like he's talking about the because like
Or, like,
all of
can
our
you buy it-
downloadable
can you
songs
still
are
buy all
available.
the old
Well, like the Boston album, will that be back up for sale?
Yes. Boston album, you can. So you could go into Rock Band 3 right now. Anything you buy in the Rock Band 3 store will be over in Rock Band 4 when we go live with it.
But if he doesn't have Rock Band 3, day 1, Rock Band 4 comes out. The store is super popular.
Oh yeah, the
Things
store's
to
going
buy.
to be packed
Right,
with
right,
stuff,
right.
so you didn't need to buy you didn't have to buy the DLC on the previous gen consoles. All that's going to be available. We know there's going to be new players. We know that people are going to be getting into Rock Band again.
I
and
will
they-
throw this down.
they
We will
miss
have
songs.
more songs available for Rock Band 4 than any other music game.
Damn!
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good about that claim.
Yeah. You can make that happen, Kara
It's
Kelly.
only a 2,000 plus song head start.
Right. There is still all that work of making it compatible.
Yeah.
There's
fun
just
with
so
that.
much music actually in our back catalog. One of my favorite things that I've been seeing lately, since we've been talking about this and taking song requests, are people saying like, "I want this song in the game. I want this artist in the game." And it's just like we have that already. Like the things that you're screaming at us, did that already. Been there, done that. Like we're good.
Check.
So
Like, check it out.
that's what I like about the show mode is that it bubbles up some songs that you probably forgot you even owned. It's awesome. It's a really fun like, oh, I bought that. I love this song. Great.
Siraj asks, what's the DLC plan for this game? Can we expect weekly song updates?
We're still working out that sort of schedule. Obviously, we're going to do new DLC.
Yeah,
we don't know the exact cadence just yet. Whether it's
I mean,
weekly or
previously
not.
we had done the weekly. Our players responded to that. I think we're just gonna have to sort of see, like, A, what we're capable of, and B, like, what our players are looking for.
Yeah.
That was a long-winded way of saying yes, right? Yes?
I'm not
Yes?
committing to anything.
If you want it as a player, let us know.
Ooh, actually, so we gave Paul a price back already, but he has another really good question.
Sure.
How's it going to work with live streams, Let's Plays? Because of licensing issues.
Yeah.
with songs.
That is.
Are we breaking the law right now? Or is this...
That's an excellent question that I don't have an answer to.
Yeah, I mean, we're working through that stuff now. We understand this is definitely a game that actually lends itself pretty well to live streams. I'm sure people are having a ton of fun watching this band play.
I hope so.
And you know, like with the built-in functionality in the consoles, like I think that's something that we would love to support. We're working through the specifics of that right now.
Yep.
We'll get back to you guys on that.
But that's definitely a community we want to support as much as we can, for sure.
So let's see, we've seen, as far as the 6 new new songs for Rock Band 4, we've seen Spin Doctors, we've seen The Killers, we've seen Fleetwood Mac.
Yes.
Hopefully we still need to get to Jack White, Lazaretto, we still need to get to Avenged Sevenfold,
Hail to the King.
Our most requested song.
And The Who, The Secret.
and The Who, yes, of course. And please smash the guitar at the end of the Who song.
Please don't do that. You should see.
It's not mine, I didn't pay
Mad
for
Cats
it.
is freaking out right now.
That has happened on the road. People have taken liberties with our guitars and smashed
That's
them.
not
and
a
they're like,
nice thing
It's not cool,
anyone
man.
should do.
That once happened with, I believe, a prototype guitar, like a one of a kind. Like there was like only a few in existence. At the end of a set, somebody was so into it that they smashed the guitar to pieces. I wouldn't recommend doing that.
No. You're out
Nailed
like,
it.
Nicely done.
nicely done.
So does that complete
I think we have one more song. There's one more song, right? Yeah. Yeah, that many.
Tom Petty, all right.
Oh, they said that many.
Oh, we're voting, okay.
Take requests.
Oh, do Hail to the King.
Really good.
Do Hail the King.
Hail to-
So see, Tom Petty was the one they're gonna do. That's why I said stick with it. But they got these requests for other songs, so they can kind of pull an audible, and that's what they're doing.
So this is the finale, and then maybe we'll get.
Perhaps. Only the system knows, Ryan. You did.
Well, it's a topic that you could have stuck with.
Actually,
Yes.
one thing you haven't covered that you guys had shown me that I thought was really interesting in the sort of realm of Rock Band gameplay is within shows,
Yep.
your overdrive power carry and
correct.
Right.
Yeah.
your multipliers
Your multiplier,
carry over.
your streak, yeah, your overdrive, yep, it all carries over from song to song, which is pretty awesome.
So if you're coming to a new song with a full overdrive bar and multiplier, and it starts with some like crazy riff, you can just let your overdrive
Right.
go right away and start racking up the points.
Yep. Yeah,
Julia, sorry.
Go ahead.
Julia would like to know, any plans for the Rock Band Network? Will previous Rock Band Network songs work in Rock Band 4?
That one is TBD. A big backbone of what made the Rock Band Network work was that XNA program on 360.
Right.
So if we were going to do a new Rock Band Network, we'd need something like that to exist, whether it means we build it or Microsoft rebuilds it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not currently planned for our launch.
Yeah.
Who do we bother at Microsoft about that?
I would hesitate to say.
Yeah.
Or is the answer-
Don't bother
is the
anyone.
answer
Master
just,
Chief.
Please don't bother
Yeah,
anyone.
Master
It's
Chief.
Master Chief.
Save your life.
What if you rock?
So one thing that I actually learned about this song from Dave Plant, who works in the studio, he does a lot of the, the authoring, the QA, and
Is it
the
about
audio stuff.
Evil Dead?
It's not Evil Dead, what? So this song is actually in the same
Mitch
key,
just cranked it up.
relatively, of Enter Sandman. You could actually sing over the chorus of this, Enter Sandman, and you'll actually get
Sing
vocal
your
improv
prayers
points
with
for it.
the
Yeah, not this particular part, but the choruses you absolutely can.
That's amazing.
It's a lot of fun to do.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell, Hail to the King, baby, right? Army of Darkness.
Yeah,
Nick doesn't know horror movies.
I've never seen a horror movie before in my life. They're too scary.
Hey, if you're a member of Avenged Sevenfold, pop in the chat. Tell us if this was based on Army of Darkness.
You shall never possess the Necronomicon!
Our viewer Ryan Johnson thinks it would be cool to play famous performances such as Woodstock to recreate famous concerts.
That's something I think about a lot. That we could maybe slot into our campaign mode at some point. Like, if it's a thing like people are interested in, I think we could talk about that mode being the way to make that happen. Like you play through that narrative as that. If you're a particular band going on tour in history or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, sort of related to that, the band right now is playing at a small kind of club right here.
Right.
There will be bigger venues and multiple kinds of venues, like larger shows and
Right.
things like that too. So.
Yes.
Yep.
Hail!
Hail.
Hail!
All hail Naomi.
Needs more devil horns.
I believe in you, Mitchie.
Mitch Dyer, the nicest Canadian man in the business.
He's just not even gonna play.
That was ball. All Mitch needs is like a cigarette attached to the end of the guitar like Keith Richards. What else do we need to know about? We got 15 minutes left in the stream. We got 2 more new songs to look at, which we'll see if we get one of them for the encore. What else do we need to know about Rock Band 4?
Well, people should know, if they don't already, that it's coming this year.
Yep. For PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Right? And just to recap, your old hardware, we're working on making that work, and it should.
Yep. There's new hardware available too, if
And
that's
there's
what you want. And it's
amazing
better
new
than ever
hardware
before.
that you'll be able to buy in stores.
All of your old DLC should be totally compatible with the new game, Rock Band 4.
There's
You can
over
play it right
2,000
away.
songs.
2,000 songs. We're gonna have an awesome on-disc soundtrack too. We've announced 6 songs today.
Yes.
We've got more to come. We'll
Many
have
more to
talk
come.
about at E3. We're super psyched about it. So keep requesting songs.
More than 6 songs on
Yes,
this!
more than 6 songs.
Put it on the box.
We're gonna do it. Keep requesting the songs. We're actually still in the process of building up the soundtrack too. Like, nothing is set in stone yet. We're still going after some awesome stuff.
No, there's a lot of really exciting stuff yet to be announced in the soundtrack.
Remind me, you said you're the guy to talk to, Pope. I'm going to talk to you after the show. I've got the direct line here. I got to take advantage.
I was trying to remember, what is it? Is it Rush? Is it Rush that's on your agenda?
Well, I would love to get. There's a classic, it's like one-hit wonder kind of song, band called The Refreshments out of Arizona.
Right.
The song is called Banditos. It's the chorus is everybody knows the world is full of stupid people. If everybody remembers.
You requested this to me directly, and I did pass this song to the team.
I appreciate
Change
that.
the band name.
Look into it, Dave Plant.
4-star band.
Yeah! That's pretty
So
good.
I just want to be totally clear. Like they're actually doing a pretty good job. Like this is an early build of the game, and I think there's like a little bug that is
making it a little harder than
making it
usual.
hard for them to get more than 3 stars. So it's not on the band. They're doing an awesome job.
doing
You
great.
guys are doing great. You guys are doing great.
No encores.
What do we got?
We're done.
Walking off stage.
Nope, really.
Are you on the encore screen? We can't see
Yeah,
it.
what is next?
Just pop it quickly and jam a couple more songs.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, I think they're done. They
did it? That was
the
encore?
crowd requested an encore, and they said
denied it?
no.
They denied it? Oh.
Not cool, guys.
All right, well, let's see. Yeah, so we got
Ryan, what do
Jack
you-
White and
What do you
The Who.
think? What do you think? Just gonna put this. What do you think about us playing a song?
Can we play?
Is that even? the producers might freak out if we like get up and move.
Producers,
so.
if you don't want us to do that, turn off all the lights right now. Give us a sign.
We should probably roll into another song.
Yeah,
right,
we'll do another song. I
and
think
then we'll
left here.
sort it out.
We'll
yeah.
be with you in spirit, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know this song at all.
You mean you're suggesting we just switch places, put them at the desk, and let them host the last,
Yeah.
and then we go over there.
I also want to point out that in just 12 minutes, even though we're going to be done playing Rock Band, we're going to keep live streaming and play some Witcher 3.
What? Can I stay
Can I stay for that?
Yeah.
Yes, you're welcome to
So
stay.
excited about The
Stay
Witcher
ever.
3.
I mean, I love Rock Band, but I work on Rock
So
Band.
Vincent Janito's review is up on IGN of that video game right
Witcher
now
3, yeah.
of Witcher 3, and a short spoiler, he loved it. Go read his review, watch his review, find out why. We got more swag packs to give away while we load up
We
the next
probably
song.
should. Let me just find a good question.
Tee
here.
up some tunes.
So this is the Jack White song that we just announced today. That is on disc. Lazaretto.
Lazaretto.
It's a good track.
It's really good. It's a lot of words very quickly.
Yeah, it's a lot of words very quickly. Some of them are not in English. This is a tough song to sing if you've never heard it.
Oh my goodness.
And I don't know if you've seen the band that Jack
Awesome.
White
She
plays
did
with.
awesome.
Yeah, she's doing great. Jack White's band right now is friggin' amazing. If you see them live, they're incredible.
Who did he just do some cool collaboration with? Did he just hook up with somebody and for some
He's always
Anyone
doing.
he wants.
Neil Young or
Yeah, he did an awesome thing
yeah.
with Neil Young with that like mobile recording booth thing.
That's it. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool. Now, Third Man Records does a lot of really cool, interesting things. That happens to be right in the space of the type of music I like too, so that's nice.
This is. I could not do this on vocals. Naomi is a champion right now.
She's powering through.
Powering through.
She's doing great.
Vocal improv points.
IGN superfan Matt Jones asks, is there an option for rhythm guitar or 2 guitars at once? Or does someone have to play bass?
It's always guitar
It's
and
always
bass.
guitar and bass,
Yep, that's a choice we made years ago, just to get that variety up there of always having a bass player, always having a guitar.
Is rhythm guitar in a Rock Band video game just not as fun as we think it is? Is that kind of the?
I'm pretty sure that we prototyped it at some point, and that it's just it's it's a lot of strumming, and
Yeah.
we want you to feel like there's nothing wrong with it. I love as a guitar player myself. That's what I play is rhythm because
Yeah.
I can't
He
play
can't
lead
do anything
guitar.
else.
Yeah, but no, it's just a design choice we made.
Yeah. You guys are professionals. We trust you know what you're doing.
I mean, we have been doing this a long time. We just had our 20-year anniversary at
Yeah.
Harmonix.
Whoa.
We made all the Rock Bands, the first couple Guitar Hero games.
And you guys invented Guitar Hero. People forget that.
We developed
That was
it. that's
invented
for
by you.
Yep, absolutely developed that game. Yeah.
And there are a lot of things over the years that we've tried. You did a whole piece on Rock Band Sessions,
The canceled
which is
Rock
a
Band
game that we
3
never
game.
put out.
About we're Mitch, myself, and a couple of other comrades tried to make a song in Rock Band on the fly. Didn't go well for us.
Varied results.
We're not that
varied
talented.
results.
And so like we have a lot of people at the company that are legit amazing musicians that play shows all the time, and the game reflects that. Like there are a lot of things that we've tried over the years that we've play tested and found that people don't like. So like I told you about our responsive crowd system. It is responsive, but it's never gonna make you feel like a bad person.
Yeah, like
that's
we
not
never
fun.
want,
That's not
we never
fun
want
for a
the
player.
crowd to be putting you down. Like that's just
Right.
That's not fun. You
Everything
don't
is in
wanna
service
get
of the
screamed at.
player fantasy of being a rock star and having fun.
So, well, actually, on that note, we haven't seen it yet here, but so what happens, during the shows when you get that chance to address the crowd before the songs? If you say nothing and just leave the crowd hanging, what happens?
You start to lose their attention basically. They start having conversations amongst themselves, which
like,
happens
doing their own
at shows,
thing.
right?
They go pee, they go to the
yeah,
bathroom, right?
Go get a drink. Yeah, so it's about keeping them engaged and getting them enthusiastic about you.
Yeah, I mean, there are things that you could do to sort of like get on their like quote unquote bad side, but it's all in the service of having fun. It's never like,
Yeah.
super negative. They're not gonna like start throwing things at you and holding up signs that say you're a horrible human being. and stuff like that.
But what if I am a horrible human
Well,
being?
your own.
That's DLC.
Yeah.
So, The Who, we need to see The Seeker.
Yeah.
And that's our last of the
Close
6
this out.
that we have not yet seen.
This is what people selecting a song looks like.
So, during
This
this
is that's why
we made
the
show
shows
mode.
are so much fun.
well, we have a quick quiet moment. I want to say thank you guys so much for coming out
yeah,
and having the shall we say, the fortitude to show off, really early software to the world.
This
with
is
us.
still pre-alpha, I believe. Like we're not at the alpha state yet.
Yeah,
so
it's
like,
just gonna get better and better. It's gonna look better and better.
shout out to the dev team that's
better.
watching because they've
Yeah.
worked their asses off
You
to
guys
make
are
it
awesome.
playable for this very event. So good job, guys. It's awesome.
We'll get there.
All right, The Seeker, this great. It's funny when you sent me over the song list for our story this morning. I was almost a little surprised by the song because it's like you guys have basically all of the best Who songs already.
wait, this is-
I was like, wait, they didn't already have this?
Right.
Oh, it's a great song. Well, I'm glad it's here.
There's so much great music, both new and old, that we don't have yet. It is unbelievable, and I can't wait to get the opportunity to start bringing some of that music into the game.
Yep.
Now, our friend Anthony asks, what's the maximum song limit in Rock Band 4?
Oh yeah, this was a question brought up to me. There was a
So back in Rock Band 3, there was an
limitation.
actual like memory cap in the console that wouldn't allow you to have, if you had every single song we ever put out, right? Like it would cap out because the memory would fail. That does not. We actually asked about this specific thing to Chooch, our coder and responsible for this, and he.
Hi, Chooch.
Hey Chooch. He assured us that's not a problem this time around.
Yeah, we've got 16 times the memory.
Something like that. Yeah, exactly.
8 gigs from 512 on the last console. Am I doing math correctly? Probably
Sure.
not.
I'm sure someone right now is checking it
You'll be
out.
able to have a lot of songs.
Yeah, no, yeah. You can support your,
Never fear.
as long as you have enough room on your hard drive.
Is there anything else that the new consoles are allowing you guys to do that was maybe something that annoyed you, or that the old consoles were holding the game back on? Whether it's like, super quick load times, or anything that's how else is the Rock Band experience better on the new consoles besides just hey, it's on the new consoles now?
I mean, I think all the biggest gains are what you see visually in the engine, like the stuff we can do with lighting and particles and
Yeah.
PBR, which I was told by one of our artists.
Paps Blue Ribbon.
Absolutely, that's called physically based rendering. So a lot of like the shininess you see on the materials are like happening in real time. It's like very specific things that are beyond my pay scale to understand.
And all that stuff sort of like just lends itself to capturing the vibe of a live performance
Yeah.
and being like, playing a live performance in front of a crowd and just, the fantasy of being on stage is definitely fulfilled to a higher degree with the new fidelity of the
Right.
console.
Yeah, so the majority I think is in the engine stuff and frame rate and the resolution and all that. Nick mentioned earlier, both the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 natively support streaming, which is an exciting thing now. So we're going to be doing our best to support that. And that's an exciting thing that didn't exist in consoles 5 years ago.
Yeah, for our super fans, the memory cap is not an issue anymore. So there's that. We
Got
just
that
talked about
memory
that.
cap.
Damon, we got any more swag to give away?
We sure do, Ryan. Rashid wants to know, will you still have to calibrate on certain TVs?
Yes.
Is the system any
Absolutely.
different? Is the
Yes,
calibration
we did it right before we went live. The auto calibrate system is built into the guitars, and it's outstanding.
Nice.
If you had like an old Rock Band guitar before we built that system, get a new one. It is such a mind saver, especially for me who have, like when I have to go on these events. So like various AV systems, like what you can't see right now, but this is like the most complicated
There's wires
AV setup in the
everywhere, there's
world.
speakers all over the
Infinite
place.
software.
And it works. It does it automatically through the guitar, through to the TV, and you don't have to fight with your friends. Like the drummer thinks the calibration's one thing, the guitarist thinks the calibration's another thing.
You guys,
Like,
gonna,
no,
you guys
you
want to take us
pick
out of the jam?
Pick a shorter song. We have about 4 minutes left, and you guys should be able to play the whole thing.
Oh yes, that's a great outro.
What is it? What did they choose?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh boy.
Should have been listening. Yeah, this is gonna wrap up our show. Thanks again, guys. For
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you
so
guys.
much for having us.
Hopefully you'll have us back, maybe closer
Yeah,
to the
please.
game launch.
Oh, that'd be great.
Could you leave this here and not take it back with you? That would actually be awesome. If we could just do
There's
this.
a lot of equipment. It would make our lives a lot easier.
Yeah, we're doing you a favor, really. No doubt.
All right, this is one of my jams.
Yep.
So, and I'll just plug the rest of IGN first. We've got more next week on Rock Band 4, so including the World Tour feature, the first details on that. And again, some super technical deep dives on the new instruments and what makes them tick under the hood. Or body, so to speak. Or Tom, whatever.
Reminder that we will be throwing right into The Witcher 3 right after this. If we read your question during this live stream, we will be in touch about getting you your shirt and poster for Rock Band 4.
Oh, show the shirt if you get a chance. I
Yeah,
don't think
we
we've
got the
shown
shirt
it.
down there.
This is actually the best shirt that we've made for swag, I believe.
If we can get the.
I'm really into it. Look at that.
There you go.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
Look at
Jersey
that.
style. Like, nice.
That's
Nice
like a
little tee.
vintage rock tee that you would have gotten at a
If you didn't see it
semi-Hagar
before,
concert.
we've got these big posters too, though.
Yeah, big ol'
Big old
high
hefty
quality
poster.
art print.
Perfect for framing. Putting in your Rock Band play space at home.
Tell you what, I will leave you Rock Band 4 if you give me a copy of The Witcher that I can steal.
Yes, there's one out there.
What?
That's the best
All right.
deal ever.
All right.
Done
Best
deal.
deal I've ever heard.
Works
you
for
guys,
me.
You guys are getting the raw end of that deal with all due respect to The Witcher, just because it's a game that's out.
Which is out like tomorrow. It's like, what, next Tuesday?
Yeah, but I could be playing the game in those next 24 hours.
I want to sing along.
You know, the last thing I'll say if we're still streaming is
Oh, we're on the
we are self-publishing this with Mad Cats. We don't have a huge corporate overlord right now, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But it also means we really want our community. If you're excited about the game, tell all your friends about it.
Yeah.
Pre-order it, because when you pre-order, we know that you want this, and we can make more of it for
So
you.
you're relying on that viral marketing.
Yeah,
from
exactly. Our fans have always been great about supporting the game and like hosting Rock Band nights at your house or at a local bar. Like anything you can do to help us get the word out is only going to make us better equipped to deliver all the stuff we want to deliver to you.
Yep.
Well, if the excitement among IGN's followers just on our Twitter account is any indication, yeah, people
Sweet.
are super stoked that Rock Band is
That's
back.
great to
I
hear.
sure as hell am.
And like I mentioned too, we have more to talk about over the course of the year too that you'll see here on IGN, which is also very exciting.
We don't want to give everything away too early.
Sure you do. Look, there's a camera right there. Go.
Give me a copy of The Witcher and we'll see about it. Not just
All right, that's fine. Damn it. You guys aren't good at this. You guys are
We're
not
not
good
great
at this.
negotiators.
I'm excited to see how the real-time beard growth mechanics go over. Maybe that's a thing we can patch into Rock Band. You know, that's a thing.
Is that a thing in The Witcher? Real-time beard growing?
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Yes.
I would believe it.
Yeah.
The game
Number
is
one
really
Witcher
past
fan up on this podium is me.
Here we go. Bringing it home.
Amazing.
Well done.
Great outro song.
Thank you. Thank you
you,
to the
man.
IGN
Great.
House Band playing this
Yeah,
whole time.
you guys
Thank
are
you
great.
for tuning in to our Rock Band 4 live stream. Thank you again to Harmonix for coming by.
Thanks for having us.
And right now we're going to throw you over to The Witcher 3, so stick with us here at IGN.